Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for visiting my site and thank you for checking out this page on StoryNest. So, I'm the CEO and co-owner of Jiley Media Inc., which is the creators of StoryNest. Um, I'm the co-owner with it's a mother-daughter company. So my daughter's the other owner. She's young, so therefore I am pretty much it's all on my shoulders right now. Um, I wanted to start with my reason why did I create this app and why I'm doing this. I want to see 100 self-published authors succeed with their books. As a single mom, I know what it's like to work hard every day, be exhausted, and not have any time to spend with your kids. I know what it's like to struggle at the end of the month and the bell the bell the bills are just, you know, you're just not making it at the end of the month. So I know what that's like just to struggle. My sister jokes around and she calls me Jobelina because the things that I have gone through is very similar to Job. So I know what it's like and I know how hard it is for parents. I also know what it's like to be passionate about an art or a gift such as writing, painting, drawing, whatever your passion may be, and not getting the recognition that it deserves. I've come across so many amazing self-published authors, with so many great books. The concepts, the storylines are so different, so unique, and I love it. It's not mainstream. It's not like something that you would find, you know, it's just they're so amazing, but yet they're not getting the the recognition. They're not getting the coverage because us writers, we know how to write a book. We just don't know how to market the book. We don't know how to push it forward. So I have been figuring out ways for years to not just help myself, but also to help other authors, other self-published authors, because we grasp the concept that we want to keep the rights to our own work. At least that's some of us. Some of us, that's what our motivation is. For me, that's what it is for me. I'm a firm believer in being able to hold on to your own rights as a self-published author, right? And some people, it's just that they couldn't get traditionally published because it wasn't something that the industry was seeking at the moment. Which is also me. My first book, Endurance, is not something that is well accepted. It would not be well accepted mainstream. It's even hard for me sometimes to put it into an exact genre because I write books about spiritual warfare and in a fictional way. So it's not a nonfiction book like what you would expect. It's in a fictional story. So there's a lot of romance and there's a lot of, fighting and there's angels and there's all kinds of stuff going on in my books. And then although people, when they do read it, they love it, it's hard for people to give it a chance because people don't know what to expect. So sometimes if you're an author like that, it is hard. So I created this platform called StoryNest. And in StoryNest, it's a really what I'm creating is a place for people to just like get a escape. Maybe you're on your lunch break or you're at a doctor's visit and you're waiting. You could just turn on the app and listen to a chapter or two, listen to a short story, you know, really just take a moment to get out of, the little stressful moment that you're dealing with. Just get a break, right? And what I found is that, or what I believe is that I feel like self-published authors, because we don't have the restrictions on us, because we don't have somebody telling us what we need to be writing, and we're writing what we're passionate about, we can create some really unique stories that are really captivating to readers who just aren't getting because they just don't know about it. It's just that they just don't know about it. Doesn't mean that your writing is bad, doesn't mean that your book is bad or unwanted. It's just nobody knows. There's so many books being published every day, every day. So it's hard. It's hard to get your book out there. But here's something different. Now, one of the issues was how do I was trying to reach the people like me who like audio. I like audiobooks because it's just so much easier. I can listen to the audiobook and still wash the dishes, do the other things around the house that I need to do, uh, and enjoy a good book. So, but the cost, I couldn't, as a single mom, I just couldn't afford to hire a narrator. And I've tried, and for years I tried to figure out, and people say, "Oh, April, you have a nice voice. Why don't you just read your own book?" I sound monotone. I sound so flat. I sound I I can talk about my book. I just when I read them, I sound very flat. So I would have to go through some training. So then again, that goes into another thing. And then I need all this equipment to really sound good. I have to set up a room a certain way, get good microphones, and all these things that, again, as a single mom, just could not afford. Right. So I said there has to be a better way. Well, time passed and now we have AI technology. But at first I wasn't sold on it because it sounded too robotic and I didn't like it. So I was like, it's an option, but I wasn't sold on it. I wasn't sold on it until I came across human voice cloned AI narrations, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It's still at times, they say some words funny. It may not be absolutely perfect. There's nothing that beats a human voice, but it still does the job. It's not so, and it's kind of fun to work with, like getting them to say certain things. And um, I'm having a lot of fun with it. So I decided I'm going to start making audiobooks for myself. I was just doing it for myself. And I did, and I loved them and I enjoyed them so much. I think I've probably listened to my book Forbidden at least 20 times. And that's outside of publishing it. I mean, outside of editing it. I had to learn how to auto edit on my own. I had to learn how to produce an AI narrated book. I had to learn how to do all of these things on my own, and I don't regret it, not for one bit, because I find the knowledge to be valuable. So I learned to create really these uh, these very smooth AI read books that is very enjoyable. The music in the background is like it puts you in the mood, and then the story is good. Um, they're edited, it's just it's an experience to sit down and listen to them. And I decided I tried to first selling the audiobooks on my site, and that didn't go so well because there wasn't an app that I could download. I found an app that I could download and started saying, "Oh, well, you could buy the book and you download it in this app." And anything that gets too complicated for the customer, it just you're gonna lose them. So that became too complicated. And then the app started charging uh, a, a subscription for using it when at first they didn't. So I felt wrong requesting it for people. So I decided it's time to figure out if I could build my own app. And thank God, God led me down a path to where I was able to connect with the right companies, and they helped me create this app that I absolutely adore. And it's called StoryNest, as I have said a million times. And I know some people think that nobody wants to listen to AI narrated voices, but I promise you, there's still human voices. These are still people's voices. It's just that it's cloned, and it's cloned in a way that we can get it to say what we want it to say, basically. And that's what we do. So there's a growing market for it. There are lots and lots of people who are listening to it. A lot of times you're listening to an AI narrated voice and you don't even know it, you know? There's a lot of the videos on YouTube are and voice clone voices, and a lot of people don't even realize it, unless you're in it and you like me, I can tell because I do it every day. I know the voices. I'll even know which voice that is. I'd be like, hey, that's Mark's voice, or that's Marcus, or that's so because I've been doing it for so long. um so it's so important for us to really understand that the market is changing, and we're going into a world where if you don't learn to work with AI, you're going to get left behind. So why not be ahead of the game as an author, right? That's that's one thing. The other thing is I believe that everybody should keep their own work. So because you have your book, if you decide to put your book on StoryNest, we do not there's no contract where we are taking any kind of claim or ownership of your work. That is yours. What you're paying for is to have your book put into the AI audiobook format and with all the doohickeys that it needs and upload it to the site. And then you are a part of also the profit sharing program. And that's what you're paying for. Now, if you already have your book, if you say like some people have Speechalo, or there's Murph, there's other AI programs. If you already have your book in audio and you want to submit it to me, that is another way that you can get your books on here. The only thing that you would have to pay for is the other doohickeys, like the audio book cover, the um, and just getting it uploaded, all the other things that come along it, and we also do marketing with it. So those are the things that you'd be paying for. And other than that, that's it. You're on the platform and you're in the profit sharing program. The last question that a lot of people say, people think, well, how does this profit sharing program work? Will I actually get paid? Am I wasting my time? No, you're not wasting your time. So how it works is it's like if you can imagine a pool, and in this pool, there's a maximum of 100 people that could fit in this pool. No more people could fit in that pool. It's just 100 people. These 100 people are putting in their books into this pool and to help to generate the income for the pool, right? So the pool of money is created by a subscriber base. Once we get enough subscribers to it starts out very small. So don't expect it, like you're not gonna like you sign up today and tomorrow I'm sending you, or next month I'm sending you a check for like $1 million. That's not how it works. Um it's just it's literally a team effort. What I need from you as an author is to share, like let other people know that your work is on StoryNest, that your book is on StoryNest. And I will let you know when your book is completely up on there, because it takes time to go through the editing process, the audio editing process. Your book must be well edited. It makes it a lot smoother. And then you pick, the type of voice that you want, or you could go with our suggestions for depending on the type of book you wrote, the genre, and so forth. If it's first person, third person, if it's a male voice, female voice, if it's a British accent or American or Scottish, or um, we even have, if it's in Spanish, if your book is written in Spanish, we can do that also. The only issue that we have with that is that we're not, when it comes, you just have to have it well edited, because I don't speak Spanish. Nobody on my team speaks Spanish at the moment. And so it'll be hard for us to know that everything is being said correctly. So right now we're really mainly dealing with English books, but we are, once our team grows bigger and we have someone who can hear it and know when a word is pronounced incorrectly, that's when we'll feel comfortable really pushing that side of the market. So it's based on the subscriber count each month. You do get paid each month. Once we start getting a payment, the payments are going to start at a $50 threshold, um, and up from there. Once those 100 people are locked in, that's pretty much it. Anybody else after that, we have to have a different system for them. But those 100 people are locked in unless somebody decides, you know what, April, I don't want these checks anymore. You can keep them. I'm going to drop out. Please take my books off the app. So no problem. We take your books out the app. We take you out of the profit sharing program, which will give space for somebody else to come in. That's the only way after the 100 is filled that somebody's going to come in. So it's all about building our subscriber base on the app, um, and really getting the message out there. So it's a word of mouth. It's a team effort. I would love, and my goal is, once I've hit this first goal of getting my 100 authors, my next goal is for us to have a conference. I would love to have a conference where we'd all get to meet each other, and it'd be a huge book signing conference, book signing event. So we'll have our books there, and we can further just talk about the development of the app and where it can go and what else we can do, how we can all help each other succeed. I believe in all of us making it to the top together. I just feel like we'd go together. I feel like we'd go faster than if we were just to do it alone. And so far, I've seen a lot of authors, and they're just doing it alone. And I feel like they're treating each other as competition, and we're not competition. I always tell people we could all write a book about Cinderella, and all of us will have, it'll be 100 different versions of Cinderella, and they will all be good. Okay. So this is not about competition. This is not about how many books, how many people read your book or listened to your book for the month. You don't even have to worry about that stuff. You don't have to worry about any kind of book sales or anything. Not within that app. Outside on your KDP, yeah, that's a different drama. I have nothing to do with that. But with the app, it's not based on book counts or listens or anything like that. It's the fact that you have your book on there, you're consistently putting new content on there, and you're consistently and steadily growing. So if you are one of my 100 authors, I would really love to see you on this platform. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.